Oh man, Garage Bear.
Dude, how about that show last night? That was fun.
Dude, Bum Wine was awesome, man. That was so cool. Guy dedicated to his craft for sure. And
Right.
he got me to like try something new, and it wasn't terrible, so yeah, it was a fun show. Yeah, if anybody's tuning in tonight and you didn't see Friday night, Tony drank something on camera that wasn't garage beer or bourbon. I drank a malt liquor last night, and I ain't gonna tell you which one it is. You have to go back and find out what that was. But we then started mixing said malt liquor into garage beer lime, and wasn't bad. So yeah, wild night last night. But we were here, Damon, Saturday. So Damon had the time of his life last night. Heard it was the best time he ever had.
Yeah.
I heard he never laughed so hard in his entire life. You saw a text in our group thread, right?
Right.
Dude, that guy, I can't believe he got on speakers without a shirt on and did a Frong Tong swan dive into the front row.
Right.
Then
first,
they threw him back up there and told him to do it again.
Old Damon.
Can't believe that video's got 20 million views right now. I was just manifesting a lot right there.
Right.
Did I cross it? 20 million.
I was just letting you
at 9 o'clock, 20 million's not going to happen probably till 9 o'clock at least Monday. So that's my bad. It was unrealistic expectations.
Very much so.
He's only at 10 million right now.
So I did find a list we could do if we wanted to.
Oh, of course.
100 facts so crazy you won't believe them.
What is it?
100 facts so crazy you won't believe they're actually true.
Ooh.
So
I love these, by the way.
Yeah, let me get this set up properly for just a second. Give me just a second, folks. That should work. One more, maybe. Yeah, that'll be just fine. Okay.
Just fine.
Just fine. Sorry, folks. Should have been a little more preparato, but here we are.
Hey, it's not Saturday night style.
Add the stage, and we will do that right there. Here we go. The shortest commercial flight in the world lasts just 55 seconds.
Okay. I mean,
I was like, where in the world would that be?
My guess would be when it all starts over, which would be around shit. Where does would that be like Rush into Alaska?
Yeah, I think so. Actually, somewhere over there.
I think it's got to be close. We'll see.
But you are wrong. You are wrong. The Loganair flight between the two Scottish islands of Westray and Papa Westray lasts just 55 seconds. At a distance of 1.7 miles, it's the shortest commercial flight in the world.
However, because the trip is made via one of the two 8-seater planes, the exact time of the journey could take a bit longer if there are strong winds.
Wow. Loganair claims it's less than a minute in favorable wind. Here's a video to prove it. Well,
No.
I'm not watching the video. Check this one out. Elephants can hear with their feet.
I believe that.
Right. Vibrations.
I mean, I didn't know that, but I can believe it. Well, I mean, these are all facts, so you have to believe them.
Well, you heard it here on the internet. You see it's on the internet, so it has to be true.
Yeah, especially on a reputable site called Best Life that I've never heard of before.
Right. It's just fun to go
through. I will say, though, they're using a lot of cited sources. The bibliography game is right on point, so I will take it as a reputable source.
Right. You think with the enormous ears, they'd be able to pick up every sound, but it turns out elephants, it turns out to detect distant noises, the animals also hear with their feet. Normally, They would hold their big
Well,
ears
they
out.
also have big feet that are flat paws and paddles, essentially. So
Yeah,
they could probably feel vibrations that big.
exactly. Right,
That
exactly.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I can get on. I mean, I see.
I mean, that's how Beethoven wrote his Ninth Symphony. So
Here's a little bit of a ditty.
oh my goodness, here we go. You might soon be able to.
Well, we didn't bring up Da Vinci, so we haven't got that far yet.
You might soon be able to compost yourself in the U.S.
Yes, actually, I think it's already a thing because, yeah, dude, we're beyond that.
Oh, it passed in Washington.
Yeah, you can turn yourself into an apple or a fruit tree or a tree. Well, they'll dump your ashes and they'll grow your tree in your ashes. So then you plant the tree on your property, and the roots of that tree are a symbol of your life, and you're in there. So your ashes aren't stuck on someone's mantle 3 generations later.
Yeah, I mean, who wants that? That's weird.
You're right. Well, I always wanted to be an apple tree, so when I die, people can eat my ass.
Oh boy, here we go. Number 4, the world's largest blanket didn't even fit into an indoor arena. See how big this thing was. 21,471.95 square feet.
That's
no. A mile is 5,280 feet.
Well, this is squared, so if you
but it's still almost.
Well, 5,000 times
4 miles
is 25,000, so it'd be like
4. It's almost 4. Yeah, it's 4 something miles on each side. On one side versus the other. That's how you get a square mile.
It would almost be. Yeah, you're right. It would almost be.
It was made by more than 1,000 people from 32 different countries in August 2018.
Let's do the math on that. Every person had to do 21.5 square foot blankets on average, or 21.47 feet.
Yeah.
So that would basically be square footage is
a foot by a foot.
Well, it's length by width times each other.
Yeah.
Not plus. So 21 feet to get, it would be 4 feet by 5 feet. A 4 foot by 5 foot rug. 1,000 people brought you a 4 foot by 5 foot rug.
Yeah.
Essentially. Which
makes the math guy.
I mean, it's tough. I mean, don't get me wrong, that takes a pretty collaborative effort in today's day and age. But yeah.
Right.
Well, keep it going, man. Sorry.
Oh yeah. So no. All right. No, we're good.
I like that we're down here on the bottom. This is
check this out. The coast of France has had Garfield phones washing ashore since the 1980s.
What the hell's Garfield?
In the 1980s, phones in the shape of Garfield, the cartoon cat, began washing up in the Eros Bay in the Brittany region of France. But nobody knew where they were coming from. Then 35 years into the mystery, a local farmer named Rene Morvan revealed that a container ship carrying the feline phones had been hit by a storm and ended up in a nearby secluded sea cave. That's wild.
That's funny.
Why don't they have a picture of it though?
Yeah, way to have all that.
That's like a really cool one.
It's been happening since the 80s, but no idea what the frickin' phone looks like. Thanks.
Yeah, that's an epic fail.
I'm glad you get that litter every year. You haven't even documented it yet. You're not aware.
That's stupid. I don't even care about that one. Japan uses sunflowers to clear up radiation.
Oh, shit. Let's find out about this because we grow sunflowers. We can up that.
When a tsunami hit the Fukushima area of Japan in 2011, the radioactive fallout from the nearby nuclear plant contaminated land and water for 30 miles in every direction. According to the Telegraph, Even outside the evacuations on the soil, traces. Yeah, I believe that. To help rehabilitate the land, Buddhist monks began passing out seeds for field mustard,
Oh,
amar-
wow.
amaranthus, coxcomb, and
We grew
sunflowers.
coxcomb. Coxcomb's a cool plant.
All plants known to soak up radioactive particles. More than 8 million sunflowers were planted within the first 6 months after the disaster. That's badass.
Dude. Dear East Palestine riverbanks next
Mhm.
year.
Right.
Dude, that's awesome. Oh my God, this next one's Bob.
Canadians wanted to rename the Northwest Territory Bob?
Hey,
No way.
hey, I still got some Four Loco. This one's for you, Bob.
Whoa, when Canada considered changing the name of the Northwest Territories in 1996, the public was asked for their input. And although various Aboriginal names were considered, Bob became the second most popular choice. David Hamilton, the clerk of the NWT Assembly, told the CBC it got caught up in a friendly hype rather than a serious hype. Fortunately or unfortunately, the name changing debate was set aside before Bob was put to an official vote.
You know what happened there. Everyone thought it was funny until it came down to
Yeah,
the final vote, and they're like, wait, hang on. Like, we can't. Joke's over. We can't really.
dude, it's like every year, freaking. I think like Peter Griffin got like one time up to like 6% of the vote for president,
That's funny.
or something stupid, 3%. I don't know.
Wasn't 6% because an independent doesn't get percent. Probably like 0.06 of a
Or
percent.
yeah, some. It was enough where you're like, no way, dude.
Yeah, yeah. An
And
adult.
adults' blood vessels. Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
No, I read. Yeah,
You can read a
I
couple. Go
actually
ahead,
I knew this one. I knew this one.
go ahead, sir.
An adult's blood vessels could circle the equator 4 times if they were laid end to end. And that's just blood vessels. It's actually a wild number if you include every single piece of your body.
So the tubes in your testicles are over a mile long.
Yeah, I believe that.
Oh, I like this. If you tried a new variety of apple every day, it would take more than 20 years to try them all.
Dude,
Whoa.
and I just did an apple that didn't even have a name yet up there at Quarry Hills. I made the suggestion on them red apples that I did.
7,500 varieties of known apples in the world.
Dude, they're
Obviously
just
known.
cross pollinating. The ones I had
Yeah.
that were red on the middle, I suggested they be called blood red apples instead of like blood oranges. Call them blood apples.
Right.
Blood
Yeah,
oranges.
absolutely.
I framed it to him as a Midwestern play on the blood orange.
Right.
And he was like, I love it. He's like, but I think we're going to open it up to our customers to throw our suggestions too. He goes, but we will definitely throw that one in because I love it. I was like, all right. Cool.
Yeah, that's so sellable.
Yeah.
All right. A humpback whale was found in the middle of the Amazon rainforest. Whoa.
What?
An awe-inspiring spot of a humpback whale in the middle of the ocean, but it's jaw-dropping to see one in the middle of the Amazon rainforest. Yet that's exactly what happened on February 2019 when locals came across the body of what was believed to be a one-year-old humpback whale in the area of mangrove trees in northern Brazil, lying 49 feet from the river beach in Maharo Island. I'm hoping I said that close.
Probably Maraho.
Oh yeah, probably Maraho, maybe. The 26-foot animal's cause of death is unknown, according to IFL Science, but researchers believe the breached creature washed into the river mouth of the Amazon and was dumped on land as tides pulled back.
The remains of the inventor of the Pringles can are in a Pringles can.
Oh,
That totally makes sense.
right.
By the way, I would like to know what the original Pringles can looked like. I know not tonight, but it just that's the immediate thing. Is like, well, what kind of Pringles can is he in, and when did Pringles get invented, and what was the Pringles label looking like in the whatever? Frederick Bauer.
So he is the iconic man for creating the Pringles can. That's why when he passed away in 2008, his children honored his wishes to be laid to rest in one. Outstanding. Huh. Came up with the idea in the 80s and chuckled about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Titanic almost experienced a collision days before it sank.
And don't matter. Well,
we all know how we feel about that.
Which Titanic?
Yeah, which ship was it? Which ship was it? There's a mushroom with teeth that looks like it's bleeding. Whoa.
And that's a pine tree right there. Oh, wow. Look at that thing.
That is terrifying. With teeth.
That's some kind of... That's
the Hydnellum pecky mushroom, which is found in Europe and North America's Pacific Northwest, looks like it's oozing drops of blood. That's why it's also called the bleeding tooth fungus. Despite its horrific appearance, the mushroom's not poisonous. According to National Geographic, we still wouldn't recommend eating it. The taste has been described as very bitter pepper. But it's not all. But that's not all that makes this mushroom creepy. It also has tooth-like spines on the underside of the cap.
Well, shows that too. I mean, that's cool. That's wild. That's wild looking. You would definitely know. You would definitely recognize that mushroom.
Crazy. Mushrooms are so crazy to me. There's so many different types. Fergie voiced the character of Charlie Brown's sister Sally. Huh.
She is older, not to be mean. When she was in Black Eyed Peas, she was already like 30-something years old, so that makes sense.
That was a while ago, though.
What year, though? I like how they don't throw a year in this.
Yeah. Pennsylvania's official amphibian is the snot otter.
Huh. It looks exactly like a hellbender or a
snot otter.
Yeah, hellbender. Yeah,
a snot otter.
Dude, that's a hellbender that they call a snot otter. We don't call them snot otters in Ohio. I'll tell you a lot about this here in a second. Yep, there it is.
Yep.
It is a giant
alligator, lasagna lizard.
Okay, before we go into
devil dog,
hang on.
Those are great, dude.
Devil dog, I've heard of.
Alligator.
Devil dog and hellbender are the only two names.
Lasagna lizard. That's the one that wins.
Which one?
The lasagna lizard, right there.
That's lasagna lizard. I know why they call it that. Actually, I know why they call it that. You know why?
But you're right. The hellbender.
Well, here's why they call them a lasagna lizard. If you scroll up on the picture again. So see on the side there how it's got
the lasagna noodle looking.
So whenever you catch them on rod and reel and they bend up, it gets even more like anticipated. So that makes sense on the lasagna lizard right there because they have that. And here's the thing: their skin is super slimy. It emits this like white like secretion.
Nope.
But here's the thing: they have feet. They will chase you on the bank if you get them on the bank. But here's the good news. If you catch one, you're fishing in super, super clean water. And you can eat whatever you catch because it's like trout. It takes a very, very clean water flow for them to survive. That's why they're an endangered species. So if you catch one, eat the fish you're fishing for. They're not facing anything crazy. But yeah, I've caught some of them hellbenders, dude. A salamander. Can you imagine catching a salamander with a tail about 2 feet long?
I don't even want to deal with that. I would just cut my line.
Oh, they don't have teeth. Like they just like slap you with their tail the whole time you're taking a hook out of their mouth. Like their tail comes up from the sides, like whap whap.
No. F
Yeah.
that dude.
They are cool though. They are really cool. It's an honor to catch one. Really, it's been an honor to.
I don't want to catch a lasagna lizard ever.
Well, it's an endangered species, man. Like, how often do you get to like interact with an endangered species like that? Like,
I don't want to.
But it's a blessing, man. Some people call it good luck.
All right, what's 10-4? Christie and Soothby's played rock, paper, scissors to decide who would auction a $20 million art collection. That's stupid. Sorry, folks.
Yeah.
NASA was sued by 3 men for trespassing on Mars.
Real quick on the rock, paper, scissors.
That was already
those
my
people
idea.
already had way too much money.
Right. Exactly.
Anyway, go ahead.
I swear to God, I had this idea, dude. That's so man. Damn it. NASA's been working on Mars-related projects for years. 97. However, CNN bruised. But their exploration efforts faced an unexpected situation in 97 when they were sued by 3 men for trespassing on the red planet. We inherited the planet from our ancestors 3,000 years ago. The men from Yemen told the Arabic language newspaper. However, in an interview with CNN, they brush off. This is a ridiculous claim. Mars is a planet out in the solar system that is property of all humanity, not 2 or 3 guys in Yemen. So they say that, but there's a guy who sent some paper to I'll have to find that. We'll do a show about that. We'll do a Saturday show about that.
Okay. Yeah, what's next? We got 100 of these.
We don't have to go through them all.
Well, no, we're at 22 minutes. Let's see how many we can get.
Oh, that's it? Oh, sweet. Let's go. Climate change is causing massive species-related problems on glaciers. Get the freak out of here, dude.
Yeah, I'm over that one.
Yeah, real fast. Cotton candy was invented by a dentist? Huh. Oh. Cotton candy isn't exactly great for your teeth, and that's why it may surprise you to learn that the machine that makes this treat was invented by a dentist named William Morrison. Though he looked after people's teeth for a living in 1897, he also worked alongside confectioner Johnsy Wharton to create a cotton candy machine, according to National Geographic. What are you so upset about, sir?
I don't know. 1897, like, I'm actually shocked that cotton candy was invented in 1897.
A lot of candy is really old, dude. They've been making candy for years.
I understand that. But, like, what did that guy know about what was good for your teeth in 1897? He was also probably the town's fucking hair cutter, the barber. He's probably also... No, seriously.
The veterinarian.
Dude, what is the
blacksmith?
The barber spiral thing?
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay, so why are you coming at me like that then?
Did I come at you?
A little bit. You're questioning the 1890. Like, all right, here we go. I'm like, what are you talking about? 1897. The barber was also the dentist.
A few other things.
He was also the surgeon. He was also the family doctor. He was also the
butcher.
Wet nurse.
Oh boy. Bees can live inside your eyes. That's about the scariest thing I've ever fucking heard.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
It certainly hurts when you get stung by a bee, but what's even worse is having the creepy crawly creatures live inside your eye. No,
I don't. Next,
I'm out.
I don't. Nope. I don't want to know. I don't want that shit in my brain. I don't want because I'll remember that.
Oh, you can spend the night inside a 20-foot long, 12-foot wide potato? What?
Cool. That's cool. I bet it's in Idaho.
The next time you're looking for a unique getaway, Forget about booking a room at a quirky hotel. Instead, consider spending the night in a giant potato. No, it's not a real freakishly large potato. It's a 28-foot long, 12-foot wide structure in Boise, Idaho. You
Oh,
guessed it. Imagine that. That looks like one, but it's made of steel, plaster, and concrete. After
so
being
it's not a potato. Clickbait.
and
Next.
Jack Black's parents are rocket scientists.
That makes sense. That makes
That
total
probably
sense.
that checks out.
I didn't know that, but
Me neither.
totally makes sense.
He's a son of
Who were both satellite engineers. His late mother, also known as Judith Lovegown, worked on missions and projects such as Minute. Scroll up a little. Where we're at, I can't see the bottom of it.
I
Scroll
know,
down
but
a little bit.
it already gives a little bit. Oh, you see the.
Yeah, I couldn't see that part. Missile, the Hubble Space Telescope, the tracking and data relays. Apollo space program. Interesting.
Oh boy, interesting. Hollywood.
No, don't even
NASA.
keep it
That's
face
weird.
value tonight,
That's
Johnsy.
weird. I'm just saying they just gave you the connection right there. Andy Warhol Museum celebrated the artist's birthday with the webcast from his gravesite. That's just weird. Who cares?
Yeah.
There are 3 different types of smiles. That's it?
Yeah, I thought there'd be at least be 8, but maybe that's the fun fact.
No single emoji can really capture the diversity of the human. So what?
Given this praise, affiliation, reward, affiliation, and dominance. I will say that did you see the video of the one girl down at SEC when she grabbed her boyfriend's hand after ripping him a new ass? She goes, "Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Good luck with that." And she was smiling the whole time. She was asserting dominance. And so this probably checks out. Did you see that
You've
video?
never been in a situation where she's so mad where she's just like, okay. And you're like, oh yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead meat.
Did you have a good time?
Right. And you're like, oh nope. It was the worst of times.
Not a good community to be in tonight. Got it.
A 1965 Barbie came with a diet book that advised readers not to eat at all.
Where is the photos of this? It's one thing I don't like about this.
If you were a kid in
the 60s,
you might have a slumber party. Don't eat. That's weird. Teaching girls how to be anorexic. Interesting. The world's tallest tropical tree is 330 feet tall and weighs more than a jetliner.
I believe it.
I believe that, yeah.
33 basketball rims. Go look at a 10-foot basketball rim and take that times 33, and that's how tall that tree is.
Bro, there's sequoias. No, I don't know. That's really tall.
That's really tall. 330.
Yeah.
There's not many buildings that tall.
Right. It weighs around 180,000 pounds, standing at 330 feet tall. Oh my gosh. Okay. The view from the top is almost stunning to describe. That's what a local climber, Unding Yami, found out when he scaled the tree to get the official measurement.
You know that dude didn't have a safety vest on.
Oh my good God.
It was a scary climb. So windy because the nearest trees are very distant.
He said in a press release, but honestly, the view from the top was incredible. I don't know what to say other than it was very, very, very amazing. Huh. Dude, no effing way. No F. I mean, I used to climb. I climbed No. Anyway, the U.S. Army tried to develop a telepathic ray gun in 1998. Tried.
This is also coming from the same government that tried to do the men that stare at goats.
10-4. A man tried to sell New Zealand on eBay. Now,
awesome.
here we go. Here we go.
That's what I'm talking about. An opportunist. I love him.
Right. People try to sell some unique, unusual, and downright weird things online, but in 2006, one man kicked the eccentric nature of the digital marketplace up a notch by trying to sell an entire country, New Zealand to be exact, on eBay.
Price with 1 cent.
A prankster? Of course, it was a guy from Australia. They don't like each other for some weird reason. A prankster from Brisbane, Australia, started with a price of 1 cent. In Australian dollars, and managed to get the bids up to $3,000 before the item or country was taken down from the site due to violations of eBay's
That's
policy.
amazing.
So, dude, did you hear about the guy who had been randomly sending like Google and Facebook bills? Like just random bills for stuff, bro. And he
actually,
they paid him.
Dude, this is a long time thing.
For years he did, and they paid all of them, and then he got caught.
Dude, they say there's actually a bunch of like scammers like open up a consulting LLC and just find like all of these like big time companies and then send them invoices for like $120. Like it'll just be like consulting fee from this month, like 2024, whatever, and you send it to them, and they say like once you get in and you get on a payroll,
it just keeps coming.
As long as you just do like 100, like stupid low amounts.
Yeah, where they don't even.
And they say if you can, they call them clients. If you can get 20 clients to blindly pay you like $300 a month for marketing, if you can get on there where they just pay you, that's part of their payroll. Because a lot of these big companies have what they call like an exception. They don't want to go to small claims court for any amount under like X amount. Just pay it. So the lower you go, the more these companies will just be like, you know what, just pay it. Like, it's not worth fighting over. And because it's cheaper than like 1 hour of like lawyer cost or whatever,
Right, exactly.
So yeah, I've actually heard of this. I have never done it, nor do I want to do it, because I feel like that one when you get caught, you're in a world of shit. So
yeah,
you got to pay back a lot of money.
You are dead meat, sir.
Yeah, and then you better keep hold of your taxes too, because if you go ahead and go down that road and they pop you, the government's gonna be like, "Well, you got all this income. Where's our cut?" So, Bingo. And then there's court documents showing. So anyway, don't do it. But it is. I've heard of it.
The bumblebee bat is the world's smallest mammal.
Oh, really?
Just over an inch in length and less than 1 ounce in weight. Wow.
That's cool.
Kitty's hognose bat, known as the bumblebee bat, is the smallest mammal on the planet. As its name suggests, it has a pig-like snout for a nose and its eyes are barely visible. These tiny creatures are found in western Thailand.
And southeast
Myanmar. Myanmar.
There's no R. No R at the end.
Yeah, Myanmar. Wow. Huh.
Myanmar.
My bad.
That's right.
Forest burning practices in the areas have reduced the population. Oh, that's terrible. Yet it isn't endangered.
Oh, what do you know? Another animal.
But it's probably close.
Hey, by the way, have you seen that guy that goes out and finds all these extinct animals and puts them gets footage of them? Yeah, dude. There's this guy. That's what he does. He finds he goes deep into the jungles, and he finds animals and gets sets up trail cams and stuff, and he'll get video evidence of things that have been extinct for 40 years sometimes. and he'll prove that they're still alive.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's not just like a fluke. Like this is what the guy does. Like, I'll have to find him, Johnson, because dude, he is the shit he has found and confirmed and overturned.
That's
Like,
crazy.
because he goes about it in a very scientific. God bless you, a very scientific
Thank
way.
you.
And so, like, when he gets the evidence, you can't really say anything. He's celebrating because he knows he got it.
Right.
Like, there's like when he gets it, he's like fist pumping like he just threw a Hail Mary to win the Super Bowl. Yeah, and a lot of it's over in like the videos that I've seen anyway. And I don't want to speak out of turn here, but a lot have been in like the Asian regions because like China's so big, and there's so many mountains and stuff, and streams and rivers, and yeah, there was been some mammals, there's been some lizards, there's been some like all kinds of stuff. So no dodo birds yet, though. None of those.
None of the what? Oh, dodo birds.
They're still gone.
Yeah.
Shout out dodo. All right, next list. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
No, I like this list. I like these lists because they generate so many talking points.
Right. Until 2015, there was an Indian enclave that was a piece of India with a piece of Bangladesh within a piece of India within Bangladesh. I thought I was reading that wrong for a second.
Indian enclave that was a piece of India within a piece of Bangladesh.
Within a piece of India within Bangladesh. Okay. Yes, you read that right, but you might have read it a few more times for it to actually sink in. According to Atlas Obscura, until 2015, the 2-acre geopolitical anomaly called Dahala Kagrabari,
Kagrabari, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Existed due to messy political border disputes and was owned by a Bangladeshi jute farmer who every morning woke up in Bangladesh, walked over to India to farm his land, and returned home to Bangladesh at the end of the day. Wow.
Interesting.
Man, my head hurts kind of a little bit after trying to figure all that out.
Slightly.
The oldest known star appears to be older than the universe. Yeah, 10-4, big guy. The largest cup of coffee was more than 18,000 liters.
Then it's not a cup of coffee.
Right.
That's a
Where was this?
kettle.
18,000. The cup was 3.36 meters high and 3 meters in diameter. It took 22 people an entire month to make it. That's just dumb.
It's not smart.
Right. A library in Anchorage lends out taxidermic specimens.
Oh, that's a smart idea. How is that a dude?
That's cool.
It's one thing we've learned from the one guy. You can rent anything.
Dude, that is cool. If check out the Alaska Resources Library and Information Services on the University of Alaska Anchorage campus. There you can check out a taxidermic specimen, such as a perfectly preserved carcass of a ring-necked pheasant or a mounted black rockfish, in the same way you check out a book. Just make sure you have an Anchorage Public Library card. Dude, that's sick.
That is cool. I wonder how much does it cost?
It's a public library card.
Oh, well, that's nothing then.
Right.
Oh shit! Then that's way cooler than I initially thought.
This is awesome. A Nobel Prize winner was given a lifetime supply of beer piped directly into his house.
Somebody grew up close to something.
In 1922, when Danish physicist Niels Bohr won the Nobel Prize, the Carlsberg Brewery in Copenhagen, Denmark, decided to give him a house. But it wasn't just any house. It was located right next to the brewery and had a pipe that brought beer directly into the residence.
Yeah.
That
Of
is the most
Carlsberg, I've seen.
badass thing I
I've
have
seen-
ever heard in my life.
I actually have had Carlsberg beer before. It's available in the States.
While it might seem strange, an award to award a scientist with beer, according to Forbes, Carlsberg had a passion for science as part of its company culture. They had a laboratory devoted to developing better beer brewing. In 1875, that laboratory was first to isolate. I'm not even trying to pronounce that. The species of yeast used to brew pale lagers. The laboratory also made discoveries in protein chemistry that ended up having applications elsewhere. How beer saved the world.
Hey, you're welcome.
Man, who cares about that? It's against the law to build a sandcastle in
Clay,
Eraclea, Italy? Huh. Well, if you ever take vacation in Eraclea, Italy, feel free to stretch out on the
Okay, so it's one of them
sand.
like stupid city law
Weird.
rules where
Oh,
so
that's weird.
like down in Barber County, West Virginia, you could technically still beat your wife as long as she's on the courthouse steps with a stick that's no wider than the rule of, and that's a real thing. Yeah.
Dude, that is one of the greatest content things right there ever.
What's that?
Like where you go up with a stick and you're like, and you play that old timey, weird old like silent film era music.
You know
And you
what?
take,
I'm
and
actually
then
writing this idea down right now.
you pull out a measuring tape and show her that it's under the legal limit.
I'm actually
And
writing down like rule of thumb video where I sit there and like read. Oh, wait, in some county where you still rule of thumb, and then I'm just like, "Hey, babe," and I'm like walking in with a house with a fucking stick over my shoulder. I wrote that down because I've been trying. I love my cooking. I love my cooking,
Dude, I'm sorry, but that was no, but
but I
on the
want to do
courthouse
more
steps.
funny things. I really do. I think there's a balance. The Dude Network shouldn't just be all food.
Right. Tins of air were sold to commemorate the abdication
Abdication,
of a Japanese emperor.
boy.
Okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
Cannibal hares exists in North America.
Hell yeah, but they taste delicious.
Right. Bunnies eating bunnies. We tend to think of bunnies as cute little creatures that nibble on carrots, but it turns out that their hairs are not they're only carnivorous, they're also cannibals. And snowshoe hares in Yukon, Canada. Yeah, that checks out. Were observed eating decaying carcasses of owls, lynxes, and even other hares. Huh. Well, yeah, you got to do anything to survive up there.
Hey, it's hard out here for a pimp.
All right. Residents of a Canadian, oh, here we go again. Town wear respirator masks due to the toxic seafood sauce. Well, why do they make the sauce? Plenty of people look forward to the warmer summer months, but living in the area of St. Mary's, Newfoundland, summer brings with it an overwhelming stench. That's because a factory that closed down years ago left behind, oh my gosh, vats of seafood sauce that rotted to the point of being potentially toxic. The smell that emanates from the abandoned factory is so bad that locals sometimes have to wear N95 respirator masks. No way.
When the smell starts, I have to come in,
Close our windows
and
and our doors.
doors and stay in like a prison. Oh,
Oh yeah, this is in the Guinness Book of World Records. A man once ate an entire airplane.
Hmm.
1978, Frenchman
Leave
Michel
leave it to the French.
Lolito began an unusual. Why? He started eating a Cessna 150 airplane. Lito developed an unusual tolerance for eating dangerous objects when he was 9 years old due to a condition known as pica, which leads to an appetite for non-nutrient items. It's just a compulsion to put stuff in your mouth and eat it. Took him 2 years to complete his metal-filled meal. Then he finished consuming the last of the airplane in 1980. 2 years of that's ridiculous. Doctors found tooth growing inside man's nose. Whoa.
Growing. That's definitely a.
He was suffering from congestion and
For
runny nose for 2 years.
years.
59-year-old man, they found something unexpected, a tooth. That is crazy.
The
That's
cartilage bridge in the middle
Sorry.
of his nose was bent to the left, and there appeared to be a mass lodged in the nasal cavity. It revealed the blockage was caused by an intranasal tooth that erupted inside his nose.
That is insane.
The man's nose was tooth-free. Ha ha. But I like how they don't talk about anything about how that even happened. But
Right.
anyway, where are we at on this? 44. Let's get to 50, and let's save the next 50 for next Saturday, because this list is too good to do in one night.
This is wild.
Yeah.
Hippos are an invasive species.
Yes, because of Pablo Escobar.
Right there, yep.
Hey, I feel like I'm like all this clickbait shit that I've watched over the years, it's finally paying off.
25 years, there's dozens of hippos now. It's awesome. Boeing used potatoes to improve their in-flight Wi-Fi.
That checks out because some people use potatoes.
You
can plug an electric outlet into electric current into one side and into the other, and it'll transfer. So that checks out.
Because humans can't sit for days at a time while Boeing tests their in-flight Wi-Fi systems, the company uses something a bit more unusual to mimic the conditions of people being on a flight: potatoes. That's quite the compliment. The vegetables make the ideal stand-ins because of their water content and chemistry, which absorbs and reflects radio wave signals the same way humans do. Oh, interesting.
That's cool on the last part. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was kind of feeling insulted there for a second. Missouri has highway pickle mystery that's been going on for years.
Oh, let's dive into this.
Right. I am a huge pickle fan.
Yeah.
Okay. Since 2012, drivers in the Des Perez area of Missouri have found themselves in a pickle. For years, a random jar of what appears to be Nathan's kosher spears sat on a barrier along the highway off-ramp connecting I-270 north to Manchester Road. Barb Steen, who lives nearby, told Atlas Obscura, every day for 6 years, I brush my teeth, got in my car, and looked for pickles. She says that through all kinds of weather, as well as construction and protests that temporarily shut down the highways, the pickles remained. Like there was some aura around it or something protecting it. That is crazy. A random jar of pickles, huh?
It's obviously sealed, and in Missouri it gets to 100 degrees, man. So,
right. Dude, I don't even know what that
Hippopotamus roses quipid allophobia.
Hippopotamonstrosophilia is the fear of very long words.
Hippopotamonstrosophilia Okay, I got this.
Yep,
Hang
yeah.
Hang on, give me a second. Okay. Hippotomonstrosis quipidalophobia.
Is the fear of very long words.
Yep.
So they're like, "What's your biggest fear?" And they're like, "No, don't make me say it."
Yeah. Hey, let me do one more time. One more time. Let me see if I got that.
Hippopotamonstrosis quibliadalophobia.
Hippopotamonstrosis quipidalophobia. That nailed it. That was it. That was it.
Quipidalophobia. Yep,
That
there you
was
got
it.
it.
I told you, bro.
Yeah.
15 years of stupid ass radio. You know what's funny? What prepared me for all these wild names was I went to a D2 school in West Virginia, and D2 colleges in the West Virginia Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, like they got a lot of kids in from Europe to come over for like free American college education. Like if they didn't want to play pro ball in Europe, they'd come over to get a free ride. So, dude, we had players in the conference from like Kenya, Congo, uh, Asia, Russia, all the Russian provinces, Europe. Like, I learned so many derivatives of names. Like, we had one guy on our team, his name was Milevivanc.
What?
Like,
I don't even.
9 letters total. You know how you spell it? Sound it out. Mile Ivanic. 9 letters.
10-4.
It was hilarious. We had like all these international flags in our cafeteria, and the president comes up knowing he's like from Serbia, and he was like, "Oh, your flag, is it here?" And you know, which flag? He goes, "Which flag is yours?" Immediately looks up at him. He goes, "It's not." They had fucking like 60 international flags. Serbia was not one. I tell you what, though, 3 days later, there's a Serbia flag, and that president come back in. He goes, "You see it?" That was cool. Shout out Mile.
Ben, you're gonna like this. Ben Franklin wrote an essay called "Fart Proudly."
Hell yeah, dude. You shouldn't suck that shit in. It's unhealthy.
Ben Franklin was responsible for many impressive accomplishments as an inventor and politician. He was also the writer who penned essays such as 1781's "Fart Proudly." Seriously, in it he wrote, "It is universally well known that in digesting our common food, there is created or produced in the bowels of human creatures a great quantity of wind."
Bingo.
Dude, that's so great. That the permitting this air to escape and mix with the atmosphere, it is usually offensive to the company from the
Fetid.
smell that accompanies it. His essay argued the Royal Academy of Brussels to try to discover some dug wholesome, not disagreeable, to be mixed with our common food or sauces that shall render the natural discharges of wind from our bodies not only inoffensive but agreeable as perfumes. Oh boy.
He was on something till we threw perfumes at the end.
Oh boy.
Way to ruin a whole thing with one word as the last word. Jesus.
Cats can be allergic to people.
That makes sense.
So, yeah, that's crazy. Do we need to read them all? Do we need to read that one?
Actually, we just killed like 2 cats this year that were getting ready to die. So let's on the cats. We said 50. We got 2 more.
Oh, here it is.
I want to
Right
read
here.
the cats one. Go up.
Oh, some people's immune systems react badly to cats. A little bit of fur can provoke a runny nose, itchy eyes, sneezing, and even rash. However, cats have allergies too. They can have allergic reactions to other people's pets like dogs and birds, or in rare cases to their human owners. Since we hopefully bathe more often than our furry friends and don't shed so much hair, feline allergies to people usually develop in response to chemicals like detergent, soap, or perfume. If you change brands and that still doesn't help, though, you may need to give your cat antihistamines. I get it. Stupid.
Yeah, but bad time.
Yeah,
This whole article's been serious. Why throw that in there now?
right.
That's bullshit. That's terribly played by Best Life.
50. Here we go. We hit our mark. It's illegal to die in one Scandinavian town.
Here we go. Here
Oh,
we go. Here we go.
Here we go. Off the coast of mainland Norway, about halfway to the North Pole, lies Svalbard Archipelago.
Archipelago. Archipelago.
Okay. It's so far north that it's completely dark 4 months out of the year. It's so cold that anything buried in the ground doesn't decompose. For example, in 1998, scientists extracted a sample of the 1918
A live
flu
sample.
virus.
Live sample.
Why would you do that? Virus from buried bodies. Because of this, the 2,000 person town of Longyearbyen has made it illegal to die or be buried there.
So what happens if you break the law?
Instead, people
What do they do? Like fine your estate?
Instead, people nearing the ends of their lives must fly to Norwegian mainland.
That's ridiculously dumb.
Huh.
All right. We'll save this, Johnsy, because the next.
Oh my gosh! Right. Okay.
What? One more?
No, I almost closed it, and then I would have to try and find it again. Got it. Boom. Good to go.
All right. Well, we're at the hour mark, which the Saturday night show has been going like an hour and a half. We need to get that down to an hour because the original plan was an hour.
Right.
We do record this after Friday night, and on the East Coast, which Johnsy will find out soon enough, it makes it fairly late.
Right.
So, awesome evening of recording. No, Johnsy, we missed Damon, but hey, the two OGs ran that shit tonight, and always happy to do shows with my homie Johnsy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. I see that little grin on your face. I know what you're up to. I'm here for it because I'm grinning on the inside too because we are the Dude Network. We do miss Damon.
Oh, 100%.
Love Damon. It's not a dig at Damon. We wish he was here. But Johnsy and I like to just, keep it a little intimate.
It's just nostalgic. That's all it is.
Bumwine Bob almost became a guest tonight, but I was like,
let's wait. Yeah, we got to.
Yeah, let's wait. I was like, we have no game plan, and that's not going to work. So,
right.
But
tomorrow, Chef Ben
tomorrow. Oh, I will too busy be depressed from the Browns losing by 30 at Philadelphia while I am at the game in the suite levels seats.
You heard it here first. No bueno.
Go Browns.
Go Browns.
Roll Tribe. Hopefully today the Guardians beat the Detroit Tigers in Game 5 and advance to the ALCS. Lord willing, Lord praying. God, the Browns are terrible. Please give me another 2 weeks of good baseball to bridge the gap into the NBA season, which I can focus on the Cleveland Cavaliers and not worry about the Cleveland Browns because they fucking suck. That's it.
See y'all next time.
Good luck in fantasy this weekend, Johnsy. Oh, we didn't know recap.
Oh.
Next week.
Yeah.
No one's listening at this point.
Right. Be good at it.